Very little space between the four of them.
Duke goes on the inside of BDF. Almost an incident right there. Very, very close. BDF goes on the outside. Reimer in 5th. Duke the Rebel still on the inside. Trying to stick a nose in there. Can he get it to hold out? Still too wide. Lucky underneath along with Duke. BDF gets left out to drive on the outside.
Lap 99.
Coming up on the finish, guys.
They need to move. They are going to make a move. They need to do it.
Absolutely. Justin sneaks his way.
Here comes Axe.
Justin in 2nd. Tommy Recon in 3rd. Lap 100 of 102. Justin on the inside. J-Mac just, I guarantee you, looking in his mirrors. Axe trying to just hold it steady. Tommy Recon going on the outside. Here we go. Axe on the inside. These guys are going 3 wide. White flag is out, guys. This is the last lap. Can J-Mac hold him off? Justin wants to make a move. It goes on the outside. Takes a peek. Axe on the inside. What are they going to do? They're lined up single file line. Can they make any type of moves and make anything? It's going to be it, guys. J-Mac, can he hold him off? Goes on the insides. Hold him off. J-Mac is your winner at Homestead Oval. Justin in 2nd. Axe in 3rd. Fantastic race. Did Axe get in 3rd? I want to make sure that, because that was so close between those guys. Great race.
I believe Axe got 3rd.
Heck of a race, man. These guys just close racing all the way. Tight field right there.
Definitely a battle. More so, because just J-Mac, Tommy Recon, Justin, and Axe in that order. Very little space between the four of them.
Duke goes on the inside of BDF. Almost an incident right there. Very close. BDF goes on the outside. Reimer in 5th. Duke the Rebel still on the inside. Trying to stick a nose in there. Can he get it to hold out? Still too wide. Lucky underneath. Alright guys, I'm going to do a mic check real quick. Make sure that everything is good and you all can hear me. And then we will get started tonight. Sounds like everything is good to go. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been crazy weather out there. I don't know about you, but it's been freezing and rainy out, and I know that we have this huge hurricane coming that's going to be turning into a hurricane. So I just hope that all you guys on the East Coast will stay safe out there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Race 4 Season 3 of the IndyCar Series. Tonight we're bringing you live coverage from the Grand Prix of Long Beach. This is a track where drivers tend to have a love-hate relationship, so tonight we're going to find out which driver belongs in which category. We also have driver spotlights tonight, which are Team SDM Racing. We have veteran drivers, it's Metallica in the number 12 car, and Sky, who cannot be here, he's in the number 4 car. These drivers, they're no strangers to competing and driving with each other. They have teamed up this season and are second in points with 79, and Sky is in third in point standings, while Metallica currently is in 6th. So, tonight we have Metallica in the booth. So I want to give a huge warm welcome to Metallica. Hope you're doing well tonight there, fella.
You too.
I always love interviews with you. Okay, first question, sir. How long have you been a member of SnB? Easiest question ever. At least I think.
Almost 2 years.
Pretty much. You joined a couple of months after I made the club, and it's 2 years this month, guys. It's craziness. So, yeah, pretty much almost 2 years for you. All right. What is something we don't know about you?
Metallica's my favorite band.
Is there anything else we don't know about you? I couldn't guess that considering your name, you know.
Tupac is my favorite music artist.
Fair enough, which I did know about you. But I highly doubt a lot of other people did, so that is a fair one to say. Okay, a harder question for you, Metallica. What is your style of racing? Do you save tires? Do you push early? Do you stay with the pack? How do you race?
I would rather stay with the pack, because I'd get annoyed if like I wasn't trying and like everyone was like pulling away. But like on this game, like I try and people pull away.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but tonight, we have to watch out for Metallica. He's got one of the fastest lap times, if not the fastest. He'll probably correct me on this, saying it is the fastest. But he has the fastest lap time here at Long Beach. So this guy is a guy that you're...
has the fastest lap time.
Okay, so I was correct on saying one of the fastest. So
I'm second.
you're gonna have to watch out for him tonight. We're gonna place the bets soon.
Long Beach is the greatest track ever made.
Which is crazy because, like I said, people have a love-hate relationship with it. Obviously, Metallica is on the side of love, so hopefully that follows through for him tonight. A lot of luck to you tonight for that. All right.
Thank you.
What is your most memorable SnB win?
Well, if it wasn't for pit crew, but you know we're not going to talk about that at all. But I guess like the first NASCAR league we did, like that championship, yeah. So I'd have to say that.
Yes, the very first NASCAR league SnB ran, or any league for that matter. This guy right here won it. So good job to you on that. He was the first championship winner for SnB, so that is huge. All right. What is your favorite type of racing, Metallica?
Well, there used to be oval racing, but this new company has taken my love for oval racing away since you can go wide open at most tracks on default. So yeah, I think that's pretty dumb if you ask me. How you can go wide open almost like all the mile-and-a-half tracks. So I'd have to say like road course racing, like the IndyCar league, would probably be my favorite now, even though I'm not the best at it. But yeah.
Very nice. Which I know you've been kind of over the past several months veering over to Forza and that type of racing. You've definitely become into road courses, and I can see you like shine over here too, which is really awesome to watch. So yeah, that's really cool to watch, and I hope that one of these seasons you come home with a championship. That'd be super cool to see. This guy. Why do you laugh? I already know the answer to this, but some people might not.
Well, J-Mac is daddy, Scallon is daddy. So yeah, I'm not beating them.
You never know. You never know. Well, that is all the questions I had for you tonight. A lot of luck to you. I think you're going to do very, very well. And is there anything else you would like to add before I let you go?
No, I can't wait to the Indy Oval, though. That should be fun.
I think that's in 2 or 3 more weeks? Something like that.
I think
so,
too.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
After
I already got sponsorship money, and I got a car made. The guys gave me a good car.
We'll keep it a surprise.
So.
I already know what it is, but we won't ruin the surprise. But yeah, only a couple more weeks till that. Until then, I hope you have a great race tonight. And that's it for you. Have a great race, and hopefully you come out a winner.
Oh yeah, I gotta give a shout out to 49er. It's his birthday. He's out having fun, doing some stuff. So, yeah, happy birthday to him.
Which was going to be my
Goodbye.
next thing. All right. Goodbye, Metallica. And as you heard from Metallica, 49er, it is his birthday tonight. So I am all lonesome in the booth. That guy is out partying. I hope he has a great time tonight. So you are stuck with me, ladies and gentlemen. But we will have fun, I promise. We have a great race here at Long Beach. It's going to be a crazy race. But before we get to Long Beach, let's talk about last week. For race 3 at Homestead, We saw an intense race that brought home the third different winner this season after 100 crazy laps. And after several lead changes and cautions, J-Mac, he ended up taking home his first oval win with teammate Justin and rookie Axiv on the podium. So absolutely huge for these guys. I was very excited to see Axe, a rookie, and he led the rookies out there, took home a third, did a fantastic job even after coming from the back of the field after being involved in an incident. Great job to him, and I think he's going to do really well this season. I want to give a shout out to everyone in chat. I hope you guys are having fun out there. Alpha, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. I'm going to go ahead and turn on betting here. If I can get that out here. We have a lot of drivers out. I don't know what it is, but something, I don't know if it's something in the water, but there's a couple of guys out sick. So we do have a couple of fill-ins. I believe, I'll have to confirm this, but Ketchup will be filling in for Sky if we can get him in here. Motter should be filling in for Stanton, and possibly Tactical Austin for Recon. We'll see if they are in here. I'm not really sure. I don't see them in here yet, so anything is possible. Let's go over driver lap times. So tonight we're going to see 38 laps. We're going to do not caution, but qualifying first, of course. But these guys should be running anywhere from a 1.09 to a 111. So we'll see. It's going to be a lot of lap times. The 109 is going to be very close with Metallica and BDF, and you might see a couple of others running that, but mostly you're going to see 110s out there. So it's going to be very tight. I cannot wait to see it. I happen to love Long Beach. I'm not very good there, but I love it. So we'll see. Anything happens. Let's take a look at who we have in the lobby so far. 13 people. We're missing quite a few people. I believe that, yeah, Austin is for Recon, but we don't have them in yet. Man, just so many drivers out, just last minute. Some couldn't get their game to load up. Lucky somehow lost his game. So we'll just call it engine failure for tonight. Just hate to see him out of it because I think he would do really well. Off topic, I'm curious if any of you guys caught the race today. It was delayed from yesterday, but a crazy race, especially for Xfinity. 4 wide finish going into stage 1 at the end. Absolutely insane. But it was a great race. I'm going to take a look at the betting options, see what we have here. You watched both races? Yeah, they were awesome. It was crazy. I thought Kevin Harvick was going to take home the win, but he did not, which is okay. But I was leading the whole season for fantasy, and it turned out that I believe I'm in second, and Justin took home the fantasy win. All right, I'm going to show Metallica some love tonight, and he is who I'm betting for. I did see Kenseth. Yeah, that was insane. the whole race today for Xfinity and the Cup, just absolutely insane. You won your fantasy today? Awesome. I was winning until Harvick got out of the lead, and then it just went downhill from there. It was brutal. All right, I'm going to try to get my bet in from Metallica, see if I can do that. I just almost bet 10 grand. That would not be good. I don't want to do that. Let's see if we have any of the fill-in drivers in here. I don't see any fill-ins yet. Let's go down the list. We have Justin in his Canadian car. Scissor Blades. We have Dion in here with a Thrustmaster. J-Mac, who is also not feeling well tonight. So I'm curious if he's going to be able to hang out for the whole race. He is not doing well, but man, he's hanging in there trying to trying to get this race done, so we'll see what happens. BDF in his Pepsi car. We have Kaysen in the Logitech. Reimer in a Coca-Cola car. That is looking good tonight. Hayden. We have Axe, Styx, Duke, Metallica, NASCAR 24 Tron fan. And then we have, that's it for the field tonight. And then we have my car. Even though I'm not in it. So a couple more minutes and we should be able to go to qualifying. And you will see who will take home the pole. I think it's going to be very, very close between BDF and Metallica. It's just basically whoever can get that cleanest line. And you guys got to remember, we do have damage on. For qualifying, we do not. They are ghosted, so they can just run whatever line they need to run to get that fastest lap. But you have to make sure it's clean, as always, every week. Otherwise, you will be starting in the back. Justin is making sure those settings are good to go. I know that Modder might be a couple of minutes late, so we'll have to see what happens with him. Hopefully he can get in here. But I'm pretty sure that we have a couple other guys that should be joining us soon. Drift, the Formula D section in IndyCars. I don't know that they'll be doing any drifting tonight. Some of them might, though. It's Indy. Hopefully they don't drift into the flowers. I don't want to see that. We've had a couple of people get stuck in there over the seasons. We might be missing one or two in Discord. I don't know if you guys know, but for those who do not, I do stream this and I cannot hear anyone on the mic, so I have a whole nother headset going into my right ear for Discord so that I can hear the drivers and what is going on. So it gets very interesting. We have Steinwan, we have 38 laps tonight. We're going to take care of qualifying first, but it is 38 laps. It should be, I'm thinking, a one pit stop, but we'll see how these drivers take it. Some probably can do that, and some probably take two. It just depends on the cautions also. Looks like we have Modder Fodder, who is filling in for Sky, so he will be in here. He arrived on time, luckily. Hope you're doing well, Steinwan. Going through all these cars. These guys have mostly made their own cars. Some of them have had other people make them, but for the most part, they have made their own, and they do a pretty good job. Speaking of which, in a couple of weeks, when we were talking about it earlier, we do have the Indy Oval, which we do a throwback paint schemes for these guys. They come out here, I'll take their picture before the race, and you'll get to see a throwback paint scheme for these guys. It should be really, really cool. They enjoy doing it every season. Oh, you're doing it. Oh, cool. New iRacing season. I will definitely send me who it is, and I will definitely catch them afterwards. Looks like we're just waiting for Dion, and hopefully he will ready up soon, and we should be good to go. I want to go through point standings too while we're sitting here. So far, point standings are as follows. We have the J-Mac Attack. He's in first place with 63 points. This guy came off of his win for the Oval last week, doing a fantastic job. He was super excited. If you guys did not see the interview, you should go back to last week and watch it. It was so awesome to see the win, and he did a great job driving up through that field. In second, we have his teammate, Leafs Justin, with 54 points. So that team is on a roll, and I hope they do really well. We have Sky in third with 48, BDF 48 Gaming in fourth with 38 points, and Duke the Rebel will be your top 5 with 32 points. And guys, here we go to qualifying. So like I said, damage is off for this. They are ghosted, so all they have to worry about is making their lap and doing it cleanly. If they go outside those boundaries, their lap will be dirty and they will have to start in the back. And they're off. We'll see what happens with these guys. I have a feeling we're going to see the top half of the field very, very close in lap times. And then after that, we might get spread out just a little bit. Let's take a look at BDF. He is one to definitely watch out for. He has not had a lot of luck going into the season. I believe he's had a lag out also, so that definitely hurts the points. But he is one of the fastest here tonight. Actually, he was posting the fastest times in practice. So we'll see if he follows through with qualifying. They do have 3 laps to make sure that they get their fastest lap. I'm going to take a look at Metallica. You think Justin will win? He would be so pumped. So pumped if he brings home the win tonight. So I hope you're right in that. We'll see. There's so many different drivers that it could be. We'll see him making his lap. He's behind Scissor Blades at the moment. We're on lap 2 of 3 already. These guys are coming around the first turn, going through. Catching up just a little bit to Scissor Blades. Kaysen is behind him, ran a 1:14, and now this lap they will be coming through. They should be around 1:09 to a 1:10. It's going to be very, very close. You can see that they are ghosted out. They don't have to worry about hitting each other, but I don't know if you've done it. It can be very, very distracting. I've tried it with these guys, and it can mess with you while you're trying to concentrate and you're going in through cars, so it makes it very interesting, that's for sure. Let's take a look at who's out here in first. We have Axe. He is your leader at the moment just in qualifying. BDF ran a 1:13.277. Lap 2 will post the actual times after they have their warm-up. Axe with a 1:12. NASCAR Tron fan, he is out there with a 1:12. Case in a 1:12. Duke the Rebel 1:12. J-Mac in first. NASCAR Tron fan in second. I'm thinking that these guys are going to get those lap times down even more for the last lap. Let's take a look at J-Mac out here. This guy is running tonight, not feeling very well. Like I said, I hope he's able to hang out through the entire race, but we have Justin into the wall right there. It's going to kill his last lap, definitely. J-Mac out there has no one in front of him and no one behind him. He has the entire road to himself. Justin says you just had to catch that on stream, didn't you? Sorry, Justin. You got some fans rooting out here for you. Let's take a look at Duke the Rebel. I mean, just like that, the 3 laps go super fast. Alpha, you jinxed him. These guys are going around the flowers. I'm very curious. They've been pretty good about it lately, going around the flowers, but I do believe the first season, we did a photo shoot for Long Beach here, and someone got stuck in the flowers there, so just too funny. All right, let's take a look at the best lap times we have here. Looks like we are going to see BDF on the pole. He has a 1:10.807. We do have several 1:11s. We have Metallica with a 1:11.2. Scissor Blades, he's got a 1:12.5. Let's see who else is a 1:11. NASCAR 24 Tron fan, who is a rookie. He has a 1:11.9. Duke the Rebel, a 1:11.8. He is another rookie for the IndyCar League. And Leaf Justin, he has a dirty 1:11.3, along with Styx, who has a dirty 1:12, and Dion, who has a dirty 1:14. So those guys will be starting in the back of the field. So they will have to get the order set, everything ready to go. Justin will be changing the laps over and all the settings he needs to. And then we will get to go racing tonight, guys. J-Mac also has a 1:10.7. I totally missed that. Looks like that guy is going to be on pole tonight. I completely missed that, and I went through the sorts, and it showed him up there. So, man, absolutely fabulous job for him tonight. It is a clean 1:10.778. BDF right behind him with a 1:10.807. Absolutely flying for these two. I'm really surprised Metallica, we didn't see him up there with them. He's been practicing quite a bit. I talked to him and he said this is the most he's practiced for a race. So even though qualifying time he didn't match BDF's, I guarantee you race time he will be up there with him, along with obviously J-Mac. Axe, he is another rookie. He was in the top 3 last week. He has a 1:13.0, so it's going to be very close, guys. Very, very close. M. Wright says, "Go, Tron, you aren't last for once." No, he's not last. Let's see if we had any more drivers join. We have Modder Fodder out there. Like I said, he is out there for Sky, so he will be getting those points for tonight. Modder Fodder, he was in the multi-class and also the F1 series, so this guy is no stranger to racing for SnB leagues. He's been out there several times. He is a really good guy. He is another Canadian. We have a lot of Canadians in the club racing, so pretty cool to see him out there. I hope he does well tonight. And I know Sky hopes he does well tonight. Not cool, dude. Sheer Power, how are ya? Looks like the settings are out there. We are going to have a pace lap, obviously, for the first lap, and then they do have a cooldown lap, but the race itself is 38 laps. They are going through all the settings. They are talking about directions for the race one last time, and we'll get going. Like I said, guys, damage is on. We've seen the past 3 races, all of them, where if you've watched, you know that they've had 3 cautions to start off. I hope we don't see that again tonight, but after we've seen those 3 cautions at the very beginning, they are off and running, and it's just fantastic racing. Last week we saw it at Homestead, just a ton of lead changes. A lot of hard racing, and we did have a couple of big ones. Tonight at Long Beach, it's the first turn. There's been like a major theme going on here. Every race, it's been the first turn where if Everyone goes into these hardcore going into that turn. It's a wreck, and a caution comes out. We do have it where 2 or more cars wreck. There is a caution. It will come out no matter when it happens. There is no 2-lap rule. So we'll see what happens tonight. I wish them a lot of luck. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the betting. So if you want to do that, I would do it now because I'm going to cut that off in a minute. Alright, betting has been turned off. We are just waiting for a couple of people to ready up, and we'll get going to race time. I don't know about you guys, but I am super pumped. And I am actually very excited for the Indy Oval in a couple of weeks. It's always cool to see everyone's throwback. They come up with some funny stuff. I don't know if you guys seen it for the past couple of seasons, but Metallica came up. He said that his throwback was actually like a 2018 throwback to when he won. And he ended up winning that race. It was really cool to see. But I'm very curious to see what they come up with this season. Alright, they are readied up and launch countdown has begun. We will see J-Mac on pole tonight, BDF in second, Kaysen in third. We'll see these guys line up. I'm so excited to see these guys going. Race 4, Season 3. I cannot wait. We have this black screen. Hopefully we can get going. So on pole tonight, we have J-Mac Attack, who is racing for Racing A Racing. He is in the number 34 car. In second, we have BDF 48 Racing. He's in the number 10 car for BS Racing. In third, we have It's Metallica. He was one of our interviews tonight. SDM Racing in the number 12 car. Duke the Rebel. He is out here as a rookie, but not a rookie for SnB at all. He's in the number 86 car for Bar Braun Chevy. In fifth, we have NASCAR 24 Tron Fan. He is another rookie. He's been doing a great job so far. He's for Lucky Tron Racing in the number 53 car. In sixth, we have Kaysen 48. He's the number 48 car for Redneck Racing. In seventh, we have Scissor Blades. He is a veteran driver for SnB, and he is out there racing for Team Slice and Dice in the number 5 car. In eighth, we have Axiv, who is a rookie this season. Although he has come in the top 3 already, he's for Team Slice and Dice. He's Scissor Blade's teammate. He's driving the number 17 car. In ninth, we have Reimer in the 72 car for Bar Braun Chevy. In 10th, we have Modder Fodder, who is filling in for Sky, that is Metallica's teammate. In 11th, we have Leafs Justin. He is out there for Racing A Racing in the number 24 car. Sticks, he is out there in 12th place for BS Racing. And they are coming around the final turn, guys. We have Hayden Salmons in 13th, Dion in 14th. Let's bring it up to the front. We're going to have J-Mac leading us off to green. He's getting ready to set them off. And here we go. J-Mac has a great start. BDF gets a head start off of him. Absolutely incredible start for these guys. We can see back there in the field, taking it pretty easy. Going into the first turn, can they survive? This is where everything goes downhill, but so far, so good. BDF takes off. He takes over for the lead so far, going around the flowers, and off he goes. Absolutely insane. A great start for him. I hear that we have a caution. Someone was not so lucky. Let's take a look at Axe. I see him back there. I want to take a look at his damage. I don't know what happened with these guys. absolutely crazy. I heard that it's a lot of stacked up cars. I do not see any damage for him. I don't know if that's accurate, but so far, no damage for Axe. NASCAR Tron fan does, yes. I'm not seeing any damage for Sticks either, so hopefully it was just a stack up and a little spin out, but I'm not seeing any damage so far. Modder Fodder, here we go. We have some damage. Modder Fodder is filling in for Sky. He is our first victim of a damage-filled caution. He has quite a bit of cosmetic damage. I don't see anything that would affect how his car drives, but I guarantee there's some effect to this. He might want to go in. We'll see what he decides. BDF leads you off to the first caution. 38 laps. We're on lap 3 of 40. Will be a 38 lap race. Once they hit that 40, race is over and they will do their cool down lap. Pits will be open at the end of this lap, so we'll see who decides to go in. Last time I said I don't imagine that a lot of people will go in. A lot of people went in, so I'm not going to say a word. It's going to be a long night tonight. We have a lot of drivers out. We have a lot of drivers that are supposed to be in here. 18 drivers, but we have about 4 drivers that are out. What cracks me up is so far your field. We have J-Mac Attack. And if I'm correct, I see him having the snowman. I don't remember him having the snowman outfit out, but it is out tonight. And look at that thing, happy as a clam. He's questioning I'm the snowman on the screen. Apparently he's not, but on my screen he is a definite snowman. Alright, so we'll see if we have any takers. BDF goes in for the pits. Who else do we have in? J-Mac stays out. He will be your new leader. Duke the Rebel and Hayden stayed out. The rest of the field pitted. I'm actually very shocked to see that happen. Lap 4 of 40. J-Mac is going to go ahead and lead the field off the start again. BDF will more than likely be the first to come out of there. They all file single file out. BDF will be in 4th, Metallica in 5th. We have Kaysen in 6th, Leaf Justin in 7th. Let's take a look at NASCAR 24 Tron fan. He will be in 8th, right behind Leaf Justin. These guys will get lined up once again, and we'll get moving. Now, like I said, every race we've had 3 cautions at the start, and it's always turn 1. I don't know what it is with these tracks, but turn 1 is the most brutal. It is a hard left turn, and it can be very tricky if people are going too much going into it and they just start stacking up and it just ends up in a wreck. He's in love with Ryan. Alright, we're looking at J-Mac's point of view. We have Duke the Rebel in 2nd, Hayden in 3rd. The rest of the field is just trying to catch up. Once they get around this final couple of turns, the restart always happens off of the last turn. It is on the leader's go. He will count it down, and they will be off to green for their 2nd green run. We've got a lot of fans out here for Tron. You guys give them a lot of support. That's completely awesome. Hopefully these guys give each other some space in between. Alright, they are around that final turn. J-Mac will count them down and we will get going. J-Mac gets a great start off of Duke the Rebel, leaves a little bit of space between him. He's at the advantage. Duke the Rebel in second. We have BDF, who was already seen in third, possibly. Let me take a look. Now it looks like Hayden Salmons is in third, BDF in fourth. Can they make it around that first turn? That is always the most brutal. I'm going to take a look back here. Quite the stack up, but they seem to be holding out so far. Hopefully they can keep at it. We're looking at Scissor Blades. We have NASCAR 24 Tron fan behind him. Leaf Justin in 7th. Scissor Blades right in between them in 8th. These guys single file line. Once we start hitting these straights, you will see them trying to make moves and into the turns. But right now, they are just playing it single file. J-Max still leading the field. 66 feet on Duke the Rebel. BDF in third. He has moved up. He was leading going into the caution. Decided to take that pit stop, so he came out in fourth. He's already moved up to third. I want to take a look at these guys' lap times. Once we get them moving, these lap times are going to fall like in the 110s again, and I want to see how fast they are compared to each other. It's a very tricky track to maneuver around. There's a lot of places to mess up and a lot of places to hit each other, and so far these guys are doing a fantastic job. Duke the Rebel, he has come from the F1 League, and he is newer to this part of the racing, and he's doing a great job out there so far. He was in the multi-class league and did a great job out there. Looks like J-Mac is putting a little bit more space between him and Duke, but Duke is hanging in there, and BDF is getting ready to make a move for second place. As soon as I say that, those two were passing each other, and BDF is trying to get set to make another move. Goes on the outside of Duke the Rebel. Duke the Rebel goes on the inside once again. They are lined up. Duke second, BDF third. I'm going to take a look at Hayden Salmons in fifth. He's doing a great job this season so far, along with his teammate Kaysen, side by side, right in front of each other. Hayden Salmons in fifth, Kaysen in sixth. Metallica passed them for fourth. Going around the flowers once again, single file line. We have Justin in seventh. It's always the midfield that is really close together. These guys are always tight, and we see a lot of passing for positions. This is where we're going to see a lot of action at tonight once again. But it is so much fun to see where they end up. I want to take a look at your leader, J-Mac Attack. Put a ton of space between him and BDF. Something happened to Duke. I think he got passed by a couple of cars. He is out there in fourth. BDF takes over second. Metallica moves up the field to third. A lot of passing going on, but J-Mac, he is out there in a league of his own, just enjoying the free air out here, and he is trying to make his way through the track as fast as he can, enjoying that. And like I said, guys, this guy is not feeling good tonight, but you cannot tell it by his driving. He is out there. He is on fire. Coming off of that win last week at the Oval, he's got a lot of momentum going into tonight's race. You see Duke the Rebel has got Metallica directly in front of him. Metallica, BDF, and Duke the Rebel very, very close to each other. Hayden Sam is just a little far back, about 250 feet, but he's got him in his sights, that's for sure. We're on board with Hayden Salmons. He does not see anyone too terribly close at the moment. He can just concentrate on that line. But he does have Kaysen right on his tail. Goes straight into the wall. Absolutely devastating. We see him move back to 10th. I know he did not want me to see that on film. But I think he'll make his way up through the field again, though. Hopefully he does not have too much damage. In fact, let's go back there and see if he does. He has 1% engine damage, shouldn't be a huge deal. That could honestly be shifting or any number of things. It may not have been from that bump, but hopefully he gets moving on through the field once again. You thought the gas pedal was in the middle. You never know. You never know. J-Mac still leading the field. BDF about 250 feet behind him. Catching up just a little bit. Metallica about 300 feet behind J-Mac. We're going to see a tight field coming up here. BDF has moved up through some traffic, and he is now in second. And what he has to concentrate now is making his way up to J-Mac. He sees him right in front of him. Made up some time on that. About 200 feet behind. But I think we're going to see these guys fighting for the lead very, very soon. We're on lap 10 of 40. It's going to be very, very close, guys. Let's take a look. Duke the Rebel, he has some damage. Something happened to him. I don't see any damage on him, but Forza is not always accurate with that. I'm thinking he does. He is moving out there. He had the pits. He obviously went through the pits, so fixed it up. But man, absolutely terrible to see for him. I don't know how he got the damage, but he was involved in something. BDF, look who he has directly in front of him, J-Mac. He has caught the leader of J-Mac attack. He is going to put the pressure on him to pass him for the lead. He's going to have to be patient. We'll see what happens with it. We'll get on board with J-Mac and see what he sees. He's got two guys right behind him, BDF, and also it's Metallica. Both of these guys very, very fast. BDF seems to catch J-Mac going into the turns. Coming out of the turns, he seems to be okay. Gets a little space between those guys, but going into him, BDF almost gets his nose underneath him. Single file right at the moment. We're going to take a look to see what Metallica is watching right now. As he's driving, you know he's thinking, just make a mistake, guys. I want to see something happen, and I want this to be my race. He's worked hard for it. He's practiced all week. So he is just waiting, hoping that something happens to these guys and that he can zip on by and take over first. BDF is just putting the pressure on J-Mac right now. He is being patient though. I haven't seen him make too many crazy moves on the inside or trying to pass him. Right now he's being very patient. Lap 12 of 40. These guys are probably going to come in probably the next 10-15 laps. So we'll see what they do. If you recall, BDF did go into pit. J-Mac stayed out. So we'll see how the tire wear goes on that. J-Mac does really, really well on tire wear. So he should be okay for now. But BDF is all over him. I want to take a look at midfield. These guys are really, really breaking away from midfield. Back in fifth, we have Kaysen, who is all over Leaf Justin, who's in fourth. Leaf Justin, we saw earlier, who was in seventh, has made his way up through several cars and now finds himself almost in a top 3 position. He's got quite the distance between the top 3, but he is out here, and if him and Kaysen can work together and something happens to the top 3, he will be directly on top of these guys. We'll see what happens, but right now he's competing with Kaysen, Scissorblade, Sticks, and a lot of these other guys who are out here in the midfield. It's always a tight field with this midfield. Yes, midfield, they're in a whole different zip code. You have the top 3, and then behind them, quite the distance, we have the midfield. is usually how it works, but it's not usually quite this amount of distance. But there's several packs that go into each race. You usually have the front pack, the mid pack, and the rear pack. And these guys, it is a huge, huge mid pack, and they have quite the distance between them and the front. We have Axe out here in 8th. I want to see him make his way up through the field. He is right behind Styx and Scissors and Justin. The whole thing. We just have so many cars out here. Absolutely insane. Justin, just like that, moves out to 3rd place. I don't know what happened with that. Let's see if we can find out. BDF might have just gotten loose. I'm not really sure, but he did lose some time and positions to whatever happened with him. Leaf Justin takes over 3rd. I mean, I just said it like a minute ago. Anything that can happen, it's very easy to happen. I'm hearing from the drivers that there was an incident between Metallica and BDF, which caused BDF to lose position and some time on that. He moves back to 4th. Coming around these final turns, BDF is directly behind him, looking to make up that position. He really wants that back. He wants to take over 3rd, and then he wants to move on and take over 2nd. This guy is on the move. He was involved in that incident. It is not going to stop him. There he goes, taking a look on the inside. Couldn't hold it out. Justin got the better run coming off that turn. He is still your 3rd place, BDF in 4th. But I guarantee that once again, we're going to see BDF taking a look, see if he can take over that 3rd place. Justin, on the other hand, he is going to fend that as best as he can, with BDF putting the pressure on him big time, going into those flowers, coming out around, cutting it very, very close going into those turns. Little contact with the wall, but BDF somehow still gets a little bit of a run. Sees, there he goes on the inside. Can he hold on to it? Justin way on the outside, but he's going to have the better run. He goes and lets him takes that run. BDF is out there. He takes over 3rd. Justin in 4th. It's probably a smart move on Justin's part where he lets him go by. He knows that BDF might be a little bit faster. He doesn't want to be involved in a wreck right now. He wants to just play it safe. He can get it back at any time, hopefully, and they're just going to run it out. J-Mac. I mean, this guy is just on a roll. Metallica directly behind him, though. I want to take a look at him. This guy is not letting him out of his sights. It's going to be a tight race. You see them coming around that turn. Metallica all over him. J-Mac is going to want to defend it. Like I said earlier, this guy is coming off of a win off the Homestead, doing a great job. Metallica did not have a great finish last race. He got in a wreck at the very, very end and finished midfield to the back. So he's wanting to redeem himself this race and make sure that he gets that win. He's really, really hoping for that win tonight. But J-Mac, if he can make it 2 wins in a row, absolutely insane for him. Let's take a look at place 7th. Hayden Salmons. We saw him earlier, had a little incident. He's moved up to 7th. He has Reimer and Axe directly behind him. These guys are in a whole other pack. You see these cars very, very split up. We have Reimer going on the inside. Can he make a move on Hayden? Hayden is into the tire barriers. I think he wanted to get into pits. Something happened to him and he got hit from behind. Axe goes into the pits also. Both of them are safely into the pits though. I'm not sure if it will be a caution. We will see. Lap 17 of 40. Axe and Hayden are in pit road. Metallica is just all over J-Mac. Absolutely incredible. A caution will make things interesting. Brings the field completely back together. Lucky, if you want to be in the booth with me, send me a message so I can quickly grab you under caution. Axe and Hayden have just come out of pits. Caution is now underway. J-Mac is still your leader. They will be able to get the lap back. Crazy race so far, guys. Lap 18 of 40. We've seen a couple of lead changes, but nothing too drastic. But that midfield is just absolutely insane. We're going to get Lucky Dog in here. He wants to join me in the booth. We'll bring him in since my good booth partner is, he's out partying tonight. It's his birthday. So happy, huge happy birthday to 49er. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a blast. Lucky, are you here?
Yabba dabba doo.
Welcome to the booth. It's been a crazy night so
Thank you.
far.
Sure is. A lot of stuff that will happen.
Absolutely. Are you in the game yet?
Nah. Is there supposed to be a box I'm supposed to tick? Because I don't see one yet.
No, I'm streaming from a
No?
PC, so your voice is automatically captured. You're already in the...
Okay.
Yeah, you're already in the stream.
Hello, guys. Alright.
Alright, I don't think we're gonna
It would've
go...
been really funny if
What? Go ahead.
yeah, it would have been really funny if I just yelled some obscenities. And everyone heard that, but nah. I'm a good kid.
And I don't
Right.
have a bleeper on hand, so...
Oh,
Reimer
really?
is in 14th, still trying to catch up to the rest of the field. They will go around again for another lap. However, hopefully we can go green this time around.
Hopefully. So far by the looks of it, it's just kind of saved BDF in a way. He had that little run-in with Metallica. He'll be right up there, both him and J-Mac, and see how this race shakes up. But it seems like J-Mac's got this under control so far.
He does, and I've said this a couple of times so far, Lucky. He's not feeling well at all tonight, so I can't imagine the pressure that is on him, and with not feeling well, he's doing a fantastic job tonight,
Yeah.
holding everybody off. So he's having great starts and a fabulous run.
Well, absolutely, and I'll say myself, you know, I haven't been well in many occasions now I've been racing, and I feel like when I'm not well, I don't know if it's the same for him, but it takes a lot of pressure off as a driver. And, you know, because like when I'm at my 100%, there's a lot more pressure on me to do it. Maybe, I don't know if it's the same for him, but he's doing a great job either way, you know, being sick or not. He's just been doing an awesome job so far.
Absolutely. We are pretty much halfway there. It's 19 of 40. It is a 38 lap race. We will be going to 40, but these guys have been doing a great job. This is caution 2 of the night. Usually, Lucky, we've been having 3 cautions right off the bat going into the races, but they've been doing a great job tonight.
Hey, you're telling me. It's been a pretty clean race so far by the looks of it. And, it's pretty rare. This is street circuit, so you'd probably expect a lot of accidents to happen hitting the wall, but so far everyone's been doing their homework by the looks of it and have been keeping it clean.
Definitely. They do have pit road open, so we will not be going green this time around. These guys will be going into pit if they so choose. You see your leader J-Mac attack going into pit. I'm curious. It looks like BDF will stay out this time since he went in last time.
Yes, he does.
What do you think about that move, Lucky?
It's an interesting call there. I don't know. I was a little late to the party, so I can't really say. I mean, but
True.
he and Axe have stayed out. BDF, he's very good on strategy with fuel mileage, so he's probably got something up his sleeve. I don't know how long these guys can go on fuel, but he's always very daring with strategy. So this is awesome. I don't know. We'll see how it is.
It's gonna be cool to see how this plays out. He's got 54% left on fuel. So he's going to have older tires, Lucky. These guys are going to come out of the pits. They're going to have fresh tires, more fuel, and there is not a lot of guys that stayed out. It looks like it was only first and second of Axe.
Him and Axe.
Yeah, and Axe is way far back
stopped.
there. I don't know what happened with him.
It could be a controller malfunction or maybe something with Discord, but
That's
yeah,
what I'm
it's
curious.
a bit odd there for him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's underway now.
He is underway, so I'm thinking it was maybe a controller issue. So we'll see if he gets his position back. I would imagine so, since they are under caution. But this is a guy that you really want to look out for. Oh, okay. So it sounds like Axe, he may have went in for a pit stop too early, so he has to go to the back. I hate to see that for him, but he's one where I think he can make his way through the field and gain some positions back. I know that he and Hayden did pit. They were going into pit, but they had an incident. So he will be going to the back.
That's real unfortunate. I mean, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, I think he got a top 5 last week at Homestead. Did a great job there.
Absolutely.
And seemed like he was hanging in there in the top 10 and got a little run in, I believe, of Hayden. But I mean, he's been doing a pretty good job at a very difficult street circuit. So I hate to see that, but he's got half the race left to make up all that ground back.
Completely, yeah. And you know what's funny is that he got in a wreck on the last race, made his way all the way up through the field, and came home in third. So I believe that he is very talented, and he will be able to do that again tonight.
For sure. Now, I'm not sure if they're going underway this time, but
they are.
like I said, we gotta. Oh, they are. Okay. All right. Here we go. So gotta make sure that BDF gotta get his start right, and J-Max behind him. Now it's all about if we can keep him behind with those old tires, and yeah, I'll let you have the mic for this one.
J-Mac already took a peek on that outside of him, decided to stay back. It looks like we have a caution already. I'm not sure what happened back there, but that is not what they want to see for the top guys up here.
Ooh, yeah, it may have been with Axe and Hayden. Big group there that have all been clustered, and Kaysen, I think, was the biggest victim. He's all the way in the back.
Absolutely.
13th now, and I'll have to see what damage he's got, but it's a real shame. He was running the top 5, and now he's just got issues piling on top of him now.
It is a shame, but I have a feeling that BDF is honestly relieved. I think he realized probably that all these guys have fresh tires and more fuel, and I'm thinking that he's definitely going to go in this time. To stay out there and let this go by without taking a pit stop, I don't see it happening. I think he's going to go in this time. J-Mac will more than likely stay out.
Yeah, Kaysen mega damage to that car. 100% steering, 3% engine. I mean, that's a big deal, but then 100% transmission and driveline. Like, if you're watching him now, he can't make
turn.
A corner. He's just hitting the every time.
Kaysen has had a rough season so far, and if you guys have followed him in the NASCAR series, this guy is insanely talented. He knows how to drive, but man, this season has just been super rough for him so far. You see him hitting another wall. I mean, once you have 100% damage and steering, there's just no way to turn. He's going to have to go in.
Sorry, I mean, to follow your point, like, Kaysen's very talented in NASCAR, but also here he's had some flashes of brilliance. I remember correctly, he was pretty much on pace with BDF and Mugello. He has the pace, he just doesn't have the luck, and I feel for him.
Absolutely.
You know?
Kaysen is a great guy, very talented, but yeah, luck is not on his side at the moment. But I think that's going to change.
Man.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Reimer as well. 100% driveline. He can't make a corner either. Look at it. He is like struggling. He's like, man, he's got some mega some sort of suspension damage because he's.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he may not have as much damage, but he, like Kaysen, is struggling to keep that car on the track.
Right. He is going to have to go in. He is behind that field right now. I have a feeling that he'll go in this time around. He's got 100% driveline damage, and he just got out of the pit, so definitely not something he wants to see.
Shout out to Scissor Blades there. I haven't really, I'll be honest, I haven't been paying too much attention to the midfield lately, but, Scissor Blade's doing a pretty good job in 5th. Usually he's in, like, the lower part of the top 10, and now he's cracked his way in the top 5. It's pretty good, as we see guys like Sixer going into the pits.
Steinwan, as far as tires go, once you get into the high 80s, low 90s, you pretty much cannot turn. You are sliding everywhere, and it gets very, very challenging to do anything. You're going to feel tire wear before then, but it won't be as huge as it is when you hit the mid to high 80s on through. So tire wear is a definite thing on here. You have to watch for it, and we have damage on, so it is something that they obviously have to look out for.
And as you were speaking, BDF making his pit stop, so this is going to be interesting for him. I don't know if that was the best strategy. I don't think he was anticipating a caution, because if this goes green, he's going to need to do a lot of heavy lifting to get back up there, because he's only got 3-up fresher tires, and I don't think 3-ups is a major advantage, so going to need to have a little bit of luck on his side, but he's got this count, so I don't think he should be too concerned.
I'm thinking he's looking more at if there's no caution from for the rest of the laps. He's got a heck of a lot older tires, and that fuel wear is obviously huge. So I think he wanted to make sure that he got it in before it was a long green run.
Right.
We'll see how it plays out, but I personally think it was a great move to go in. He is going to have to do a lot of driving to maneuver around these guys and make his way back up to the front. J-Mac obviously wanted to see him go into pit because now he's out in the front. He's in front of the whole field once again. Metallica behind him, Leaf Justin. So he's good to go.
It's the best part. It's the best place to be in on track. So I mean, he's gonna be happy. So I'm pretty sure he'll be able to control the field as he has been for most of the race. I mean, Metallica's been there. I think he's one of the fastest cars on track. If not the fastest, I think I saw at one point he was in the 9s, so that's pretty quick. So
absolutely.
Don't count Metallica out, but don't count the fact that J-Mac may hold him off for a very long period of time.
Very true. And like I said, Metallica has been on this track a lot this week practicing, and he did have the fastest lap for a while. BDF did pull out to the front and beat him on the lap time, but then J-Mac comes out here and he gets pulled tonight, so the guy is on fire tonight. He's doing a great job. Kaysen has a DNF. I don't know what happened with that. He was just out here, but I'm showing him as a DNF now.
That could have been, a disconnection. It could have been frustration, maybe. I mean, he was struggling so much to keep it on track, but I don't think Kaysen's the kind of driver to rage quit. I think that just may have been an unfortunate disconnection. But, yeah, that's real unfortunate, though. He was in the top 5. I think at highest was 4th. That burns. That really burns, but there's always next week.
It's just terrible. I hate to see that for him. I don't know what happened with him, but we have sticks coming out. This is another guy. He is a veteran for this league, and for some reason this season he has just not had the luck on his side. He usually does really, really well, but it is not showing this season, and I know he is hating to see that.
I remember too, all the way back in season 1, I would watch a few races, and he was always up there with him and Ferrari Nut. I think, I don't know how long, it's been a while, right, since he's had a race, in an IndyCar and shake and bake in general, and I think, that it could have been that he hasn't been on a racing game in a long time, so.
It could be.
Also, the IndyCars from 4s to 6 and 4 to 7 changed dramatically in handling. They're so much understeer. It's so hard to turn the corners, especially here. I have to use the handbrake because of the hairpin. It's horrible. So, I mean, I think, he's just trying to get used to the handling, and it takes a while when you're learning a new, not necessarily a new car, but learning a new handling model. It's just takes a while to get used to. But he's had flashes of brilliance, and I'm pretty sure he'll be up there very soon.
Let's hope. I want to see it. All right, they should be going green this time around. J-Mac will be leading them off. He is getting ready to count them down. He has Metallica behind him and leaves Justin in third. I'm already hearing some action going on. J-Mac has a nice lead.
Already.
Take us back there.
Oh my god. Axe made up to fourth. That was a power move. Jeez.
Axe was way back there and made his way all the way up to fourth. Absolutely incredible. Like I said earlier, Lucky, this is a guy you really need to watch out for. Tons of talent. And as a rookie, he is leading the rookies once again, doing a fabulous job out there.
There's shades of Robert Wickens by the looks of it. He might want to drive his paint scheme sometime soon if that's the case. When that restart was Duke the Rebel. He got pushed onto the curb and some more in turn one. He's all the way down in 10th. That was a rough start for him. You know, he has some, I wouldn't say anger issues, but I'm sure he's not very happy with that. And oh, there's a crash.
I saw that Motor Fodder into the wall. Some people wrecked into him. That is going to be another caution, guys.
There's definite damage.
Absolutely.
There's some red on the diagram. Man.
Motor Fodder is in here filling in for Sky. Motor hits the wall once again. Steering 100% damage. Driveline 100% damage. This guy is definitely gonna have to go in now. I believe that's our fourth caution for the night, if not the fifth.
Well, I mean, you ever heard a commentator's curse? I think you may have done it. I mean, we already had 2 cautions, and you know, that's very unfortunate there. But yeah, he said just. I think these restarts it's really hard to make passes. Like BDF already up to 7th now. Just difficult to find those opportunities because there's not many. So.
Very true. Rough. It is a hard track to pass. There is a lot of slick turns to go through. These guys, they just need to get some patience though tonight. Give each other some space. Make it through that first turn. The first couple of turns, I should say. Once they get past there and they spread out just a little bit, they'll be good to go. They just need to really watch what they're doing and watch around each other. But Axe, huge mover under that green run right there. Made his way all the way up to 4th place. Great job on his end.
Yeah, that was sensational. I mean, that was like shades of, I don't even know, maybe like Sebastian Bourdais pretty much when he, in the real life Grand Prix, and how he passed so many people. Right. That was just I'm speechless. That was great. I don't think too many people would be happy with it, but I'm from the spectator stands, that was a great move. That was awesome.
I haven't talked about Dion too much tonight, but this guy is in 7th place. He started off in the rear of the field, made his way up through 7th. BDF is directly behind him, doing a great job making his way through. He is the owner of the F1 League. They will be starting a season at some point soon, I would imagine, but doing a great job so far tonight.
I think he may have disconnected actually.
Dion?
He is not in front of. Yeah, I think BDF's in 7th now. Yeah, he's 25 laps down, actually, it says.
I still see Dion racing, so it could be on your end, but he is definitely there. We have Hayden in 6th, Dion in 7th, BDF in 8th, and
okay.
We have Reimer in 9th.
Huh, that's a bit odd then. Yeah, okay, I can see on BDF's onboard there's a bit of a gap between him and Hayden. Alright, that'll do it. But, yeah, great run for him. Represent, you know, F1 League. Yeah, that's all I like to see. And,
give him a little shout out, some little love.
Yeah, I mean, he really got me the opportunity in that league, so I'm grateful for that. But,
and, yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here with the F1 League champ over here, so, yeah. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
are you going to be in the 2nd season?
Cool.
I have to know.
Well, I'll be in the commentary booth like what I'm doing now. So I can't wait for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
That should be very fun. But yeah, it's great to see some of these F1 guys get in the league. You know, like Dion and I guess Duke the Rebel.
Motter out here.
That's it, but
Motter was I mean, he's a fill-in tonight, but you know, he's still He's still
But
in
yeah,
here.
it's really cool.
Absolutely.
It's really cool to see that. And Dion being that high up, he's doing a pretty good job in here. But at the same time, I don't know where he stacks up in pace, but you also got to bear in mind that this is also a race of attrition. And so far, I don't think he's made too many mistakes. I mean, I can't really see because he's not on my screen, so I really can't say anything. But it's just about don't make a mistake. All right, make as least amount of mistakes as possible, and you'll be there in the fight. And I gotta stop talking before I,
You're getting tongue-tied.
Get tongue-tied. So
You're getting tongue-tied over
very
here.
much so.
But yeah,
Yes.
it's all about consistency. Let's see if they can bring it to a long green flag run here. J-Mac will be leading us off once again. Once they hit this final turn, he will be giving him the go. They will be going single file, so hopefully they will get some patience, and let's go green.
All right. Yep. If only this was a actual start of the race, I would do a boogity boogity boogie, but I think a little late for that. But yeah, here we go under green now. BDF didn't get a good. I'm looking in the midfield now. BDF didn't get that great of a start. Reimer side by side with him. By the looks of it. And BDF gonna try to make it 3 wide. Oh, he's stuck in the wall there. He's lost 5 places.
He did lose 5
that's an
places, but I'll
absolute
tell you what.
shame.
Duke the Rebel all the way around already. These guys going through the flowers 2 wide. Absolutely insane. Duke the Rebel involved in another one. Not what he wants to see. That might have been the only car, so it may not be a caution, guys. We'll see what happens. But yeah, not wanting to see that tonight.
That was an absolute cluster in the fountain section. That was...
Definitely.
I mean, it's like, with both Duke and BDF, they make up places, they're in a good spot, then it's like karma. No, you're not going anywhere. They get shoved to the back. Man, I mean, these
huge
two
stack
are really
up.
going to need to, yeah. They're going to need to,
Patience.
I don't know. They're going to need to take a lot of Tylenol or something after this one. I mean,
Yeah.
they probably have a massive headache.
All right, J-Mac is out there. He is losing the field just a little bit behind him. We have Metallica in second, Justin in third. Let's take a look behind him. Justin is already all over him. We have Axe still hanging out in fourth. He is all over Justin. These guys going single file. That's not going to last very long. I have a feeling that Justin is going to try to make a move going in for second place. All the while, J-Mac is out there in first, and he's getting a heck of a run, guys.
Wow, I mean, Metallica's made a lot of inroads already in J-Mac. He's been using up all the track, especially in the right-hander, did a little mini straight there. I think, I think these 3 are going to potentially break away, but I think Metallica, he has a good run of momentum, and then he just seems to lose it on the exit of the corners, and I think if he just can keep that momentum everywhere, he'll definitely be putting the pressure on J-Mac.
I noticed that a lot. It seems like drivers like BDF and Metallica, they gain on J-Mac going into the turns, but coming out, J-Mac gets such a huge run and off he goes. I mean, we see it right there. They all catch him going into the turns, but J-Mac has a heck of an exit coming off of those turns.
I think he's one of the few as well who doesn't run traction control. Now, I mean, it's harder to get into power, but I think in some ways it could be quicker. So maybe that's a possibility. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, doing a great job out there with all the illnesses he's having. And yeah, those 2 have broken away from Justin. Axe still in fourth. And I've also noticed I think it's about, on average, a 4% fuel consumption per lap. So these guys should be good to go for the end of the race as well, these top 2. So that strategy for BDF hasn't really worked out in his favor.
I think you're right there. I think you're right. I kind of had a feeling that he was going to go in, which he did. But we'll see how it plays out, especially with that beginning of that green flag. He came out and just lost so many positions going into that turn. He saved a wreck, however, but he didn't save any positions and end up losing some. Metallica is just all over J-Mac right now, though. Doing a great job keeping up with him, and I know that he's really hoping to get a win. We're on lap 31 of 40, so anything is possible still, but he is doing a heck of a job tonight. And as you were talking earlier, Lucky, J-Mac doesn't run any assists. He is assist free. No traction, nothing. So he is out there. No assist.
That's what I like to hear. It's how it should be done. That's how I usually race. That's great to hear, and seems to be paying off for him. I think also with those no assists, he's able to drive the car more. You know, he's doing it himself. No automatic gears. Those automatic gears slow you down so much. And, you know, he's got a bit more freedom. And that's probably able to help him so much through these corners. And he's definitely, you know, driving a class act right now. And as we got a little mini battle for fourth right now with Axe and Scissor Blades, that should heat up soon.
Let's take a look at fourth. Scissor Blades in fifth, taking a look, seeing if he can make a pass on Axe right now, just going single file. But at any moment, man, he keeps taking a peek on the inside and the outside, trying to get going. Behind them, though, we have BDF and... Who else do we have? It looks like he just made the move for the pass on Reimer. Yeah, they were too wide, and BDF got the run off of that. Makes his way to sixth. Hopefully, since we're on lap 32 of 40, he can make up some more time and positions. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, he made a really nice move on the outside of the hairpin, which is pretty daring, to be honest, but made it stick, and he's got a pace advantage on these guys ahead of him, but, you know, like how all racers say, it's not, you know, catching them is one thing, passing is another, and that's the same story here at Long Beach, so we'll see what he can do to make his way potentially to a podium, but that'll be a difficult task because passing isn't easy, and also Deep Justin is a very competitive driver in third, so see how this all pans out.
We have a BDF just knocking on the door of Scissor Blades. He is letting him know he is there, putting the pressure in on him. We'll see if he can make a move. Right now, it looks like he's going to go on the outside. Let's take a look from BDF's point of view here. He's on the outside, decides to hang back, cannot make the move. Scissor Blades holds him off. Scissor Blades will remain in fifth. BDF in sixth, but we're going to go at it again. I guarantee it.
Yeah, he is noticeably looking faster. And Scissor Blades locks up a little bit in turn one. Oh, got a crash there. In turn one,
there's a two-car wreck. Justin is involved. He has damage.
Justin in the wall. Oh, he's made a double overtake by BDF. That is commitment. Wow. Okay. Who cares if Justin has a damaged car? That was pretty cool. Made it after the fountain. That was pretty cool.
Justin has 100% steering damage. I'm not sure what happened with it, but he's definitely going to have to go in. Caution is out. They will race back to the line.
Oh, man. Well, I think I don't know if Scissor Blades reacted to what happened to Justin, but I can only assume, and I've done it before at this track, and since it's so understeer, so tight, it could be really easy to overshoot the corner and hit the barrier, and I think that may have been unfortunately what Justin did. And you know, as that battle was going on, I saw that Metallica was inside the gearbox pretty much at J-Mac that whole time, and that was heating up a little bit. But J-Mac's gonna have a little bit of a breath of fresh air now, get a caution, and see
reset the field.
I don't think it's a good thing. BDF's close behind. Yep.
Lucky look at third and fourth. Axe has made his way all the way up to third. He's going to have to compete for that position with BDF, who's in fourth. So your top four, these guys are insane. And we have some really good drivers out here. We have Scissors in fifth. These top five guys, man, it's just going to be a crazy finish. I don't think there's going to be any cautions after this. We're on lap 34-40. There's not going to be any time for any more cautions. Whatever happens after this, you just got to keep going. This is it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I were these guys, I'd save everything to the very end. Like if you're gonna make a move, make sure it's a reasonable one on the restart. You know, don't, you know, like we've seen it with Duke the Rebel, he got screwed over 20 times in the restarts, and you don't want that to happen to you. Now it's just all about saving what you have. You know, if you're a guy like BDF, definitely, you know, he's got the pace advantage. I think he may have the fastest lap, so, you know, just gotta do what you can to get the result.
Do you see anyone going in for a pit stop?
I mean, this is Long Beach, and I think, and I hate to sound like the NASCAR guys, but track position, track position, track position. So
Absolutely. I agree.
I just don't see. I don't see anyone pulling a Charles Leclerc and passing 15 cars in 5 laps around here.
You never know. You never know. But I'm not
well, you
seeing
never
it.
know. I mean, they could have the Hollywood gear and just put that up, and they'll be gone. But I don't really think that's. I don't think that these Indy cars have a Hollywood gear. So yeah, I don't know.
Motter did go in. I believe Justin, more than likely, let's take a look. Yeah, he definitely went in to fix that damage he had. But pretty much everyone stayed out as expected. I want to give a shout out to Flow Dog. What's up, sir? I know that you were supposed to be in here tonight. Alpha Lima, I know Justin was involved in that. I'm hoping he can make up several positions here and get back out there. He had a great run all night, and I hate to see that happen. We're on lap 35 of 40, so this is going to be it, guys. No more cautions. It's just going to go green flag from here on out no matter what happens. So they really, really need to get some patience, and if you're going to bring out the aggressive, you're going to have to do it the last lap, the last couple of laps. Now is definitely not the time to do it.
Pretty much what you said is spot on. I mean, I don't know how else to respond to that. I like to give a few shout-outs to some of the drivers. Axe, of course, in third. I'm going to call him Wiki Bobby because he reminds me a lot of Robert Wickens, being a great rookie. So I'm going to call him Wiki Bobby from now on. Running there in third. He got Sticks hanging in there in sixth. He's been a dark horse. He's been very quiet. You got NASCAR, 24 Tron, in seventh. He's been there pretty much most of the race, not making too much noise. And then Duke the Rebel after having so much adversity in eighth. So those guys are definitely hungry for more positions, but
absolutely
definitely doing a pretty good job. As I guess you could quote unquote rookies if you don't discount Sticks.
I think we might be trying to go green this time around. So once again, J-Mac Attack, who is leading the field, will lead them off to green for the last time. It should be good to go. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a crazy, crazy finish, I have a feeling. But yeah, no more cautions. This is it.
Yeah, and if you're Metallica, what are you thinking? I mean, well, of course you're thinking, I want to win this thing, but it's all about finding his weaknesses. He's been behind him the whole race. Now it's up to this point to capitalize on his weaknesses and try and pass him for the win.
Absolutely. J-Mac is counting them down. They will be going green. Metallica is going to have to get a good start if he wants to make the move for first. J-Mac gets going. He makes a nice move going into first. Metallica is in second. Hangs back just a little bit. I'm hoping that backfield can hold off. We don't want to see any incidents going into this final turns.
Whoa.
Crazy lucky. It's going to get crazy. Metallica is all over them. Axe still in third. These guys hanging out. BDF in fourth.
BDF's tires are shot for one, and two, scissor blades. And BDF had a bit of contact there. That was a little ugly, and because of that, sixth moved to fifth. So, yeah, that was interesting. I mean, once again, BDF front tires are virtually dead. They're orange, and never a really good color to see in your tires. But either way, he's right behind Axe, trying to get his podium position.
Absolutely, and BDF is one who he's a little bit more tough on the tires than people like J-Mac, but man, look at him going on the outside of Axe right now, trying to get that position. Cutting it super close, going on the inside. Axe remains in third, BDF in fourth, takes it super wide, comes out, they're holding on to it. Scissor blades, I see him back there in fifth.
Man, this is like Verstappen watching him. He's just like darting all over the place. Can he make a move on Axe right now in turn one? Come on, is he gonna make a dive bomb? There he goes.
There he goes,
side
too
by
wide
side,
going on
the curb.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, this is risky. Uh-oh.
Axe ramping those flowers. BDF
Got
gets
him.
the run off of it, and he is out there in third.
That was brave. I don't think I could ever picture myself doing a move like that in any form of racing. So that is the overtake of the race, maybe the season. Wow. I mean, that's how you. That's redemption. That's all I could say right here. Man, but let's look at the battle up front. They are
The battle up front is insane.
Second.
Metallica taking a look, going too wide. Side by side going into these turns. Metallica gets a little inch on him. J-Mac takes it right back. These guys still going too wide for the battle for the lead. Lap 37 of 40. Absolutely crazy. J-Mac takes it wide. Metallica takes over first.
Look at this.
All while behind him, we
my
have BDF
God.
just knocking on their doors, putting the pressure on them.
Oh, I'm so glad you gave me the opportunity to be here. This is great. This is great. Great pass by Metallica, but J-Mac may make a move. I don't know, but these guys better watch out. Better not cry because BDF is knocking on the door. I'm going to say the same thing because I don't know how else to put it, but man, all their front tires are smoking. I mean, Metallica's tires are orange. J-Max are, wow, his are really bad, and he's pretty good at saving his tires. This shows how much he's been pushing. And, man, you got to think J-Mac, he's been in the lead for what feels like the whole race, and he's just lost it in the final few
J-Mac gets a
laps.
little loose, is able to hold on to it. Man, that was so close.
Oh,
Goes
that car.
right by Hayden Salmons, almost ended all of their nights. Absolutely insane. I hear a lot of sighs in Discord right now. That really, I think,
good reason.
gave him a heart attack. very
would've-
close.
I would have had to change my underwear if I were actually on the street. That was good heads up there.
Absolutely insane. J-Mac, though, BDF, these guys are all over Metallica. Can Metallica hold them off for 2 more laps? Lap 39 of 40. Can he do it? Actually, this is the last lap, Lucky. He has, this is it.
Boy.
Few more turns. We're going to find out the winner.
All right, pull your belts tight, get your elbows out. It's time to go. It's go time. So, I mean, oh man, they're really close to tail in that fountain area, the waterfall.
BDF just putting that
is
pressure
right
on
behind-
J-Mac. All over him.
100%. I don't think anyone they're going to catch Metallica at this point. It's going to be a battle for second, and Metallica is in
Absolutely.
another zip code at this point.
He has just saved his car this entire time in these final few laps. Man, he just came out and he's like, this is my time. I'm going to pull it out now. Here I go. And he's off.
Oh, BDF, it's your one chance. You got to make a move somehow. Oh, is he gonna? Oh, he hits the wall a bit there. I don't think that's the right racing line. Oh, he's gonna dive it on the
BDF
outside.
and J-Mac
Get up
going
there,
too wide.
acceleration.
J-Mac hangs on to it. BDF in
do it.
third. Metallica is your winner here at Long Beach. Absolutely
Wow.
incredible. J-Mac takes home second, BDF third. Great race. Great final few laps. These guys were incredible. J-Mac gives him a little nudge saying congratulations. These guys did a
That's
fantastic
sensational
race.
stuff.
Axe takes home a fourth. Last week, a third. This guy, he may be a rookie, but I mean, this guy is doing fantastic so far this season.
Great job by Wiki Bobby. It's his new nickname now. Everyone from now on calls Axe Wiki Bobby. That was
Oh my
great
gosh.
stuff there. I mean, also heads up to Metallica. That was a great stuff there. It just shows that putting in all the effort, pays the dividends. And he's a great driver. And I don't know. He's had some rough goes in Forza. With the Endurance League, and he's had some bad luck before in previous seasons. But now it seems like it's his time to shine. And he's
Absolutely.
really pulled out the stops.
He's really, as you say, it's his time to shine. He's really shining on these road courses. I mean, this guy has done most ovals for most of his racing career, and he's just coming out here these past few seasons and just doing a great job at the road courses, proving once again that it's not just ovals that he's great at. So once these guys get moving back to lobby, we'll get him in here. Would you like to give an interview to J-Mac, our second place?
Sure, I'll be down to do that. Yeah.
All right. I want to give a shout out to everyone in chat. Flowdog, Modder Fodder was subbing for Sky. I know he had a pretty tough race. Metallica just loses car parts.
Oh.
Scissor Blades flies once again. A
Oh,
little
man.
celebration out here.
Bit too
Speedmaster,
much of a
thank you for the
celebration, I must
follow. I mean, that's one way to do it. We see a couple of car parts flying here. Yes.
I mean-
a crazy race, Lucky.
That is a happy snowman. I mean, his helmet really just symbolizes his day. He's a happy guy.
Absolutely. All right. So remind me who got third. It was J-Mac, correct?
No, BDF was third.
Oh,
J-Mac
yeah.
got
Okay.
second.
All right. All right, so let me go back up to BDF. And then we'll get our winner in here. I do want to say, yeah, I'm sending out some love to you guys out on the East Coast. I mean, I know it's going to get pretty crazy. We have a lot of drivers here and in the club that are going to be affected by this. So just stay safe. We're all thinking about you, and we hope that you guys get through this okay. So we should have most of these guys in here. Speedmaster, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
I'll echo what you said there as well, and also remember tomorrow is 9/11, and gotta remember those who unfortunately were perished. What was it, 17 years ago? It's been such a long time. So also thoughts and prayers go out to those who families have been affected by that as well.
Definitely. I'm back on a happier topic. Should I, for lack of better words to say?
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. My bad. Alright, that one too far. My bad.
We have your top 3 in here: Metallica, J-Mac, and BDF. First of all, huge congratulations to Metallica. Fantastic race for you guys. You won the race tonight. Did you? Man, I've talked to you a lot throughout this week, and I know you've practiced a lot for it. What was your mindset going into this race and racing behind J-Mac for the longest time?
Well, I thought I could win, but J-Mac obviously could go a lot longer on tires, and BDF is probably the fastest. So I needed some help, and I got it because of all the cautions I was able to save my tires. And J-Mac was probably the fastest. BDF might have been. I wrecked him, so I apologize for that. Yeah.
You did great, fella. You were fighting hard with J-Mac those final few laps. It was a heck of a race to watch. You guys were side by side and finally took over the lead. Were you confident that you were going to be able to hold him off for the rest of the laps?
Well, I don't know.
Just holding on tight, right?
I think if BDF would have got by him, I'm sure BDF would have, moved me since I did wreck him. So I'm glad that did not happen. Yeah.
Speaking of which, what happened with you two? I totally missed that. Did not see that on the stream. But how did the contact happen?
Going into the right-hander where the tire barriers are, going onto that little backstretch.
Mm-hmm.
I got a run, and I don't know if he came down or I went up or what, but we touched, and I completely wrecked him.
Gotcha. I mean, you held it out, though, tonight, and he did a great job making his way up through the field once again after that. But congratulations. You got a win at Long Beach tonight. You did a great job, and just good job to you.
It's about damn time.
I know you've been looking forward to this, and I know you're saying that you had a chance to win it, so you came out here and did it, so great job.
Thank you, and it's history because J-Mac finally won on an oval, and I finally won on a road course back-to-back weeks. So
That is so true, so true. And there was a while there that I thought he was actually might bring home another win tonight, but yeah, that's cool to think about. J-Mac getting his first win at an oval, and you at a road course at Long Beach. So great job once again. And what do you think about next week's race?
which track is it?
Let me go through if my phone will cooperate. It is at, well, it says actually Indianapolis, the Grand Prix.
Oh, it's probably BDF's race. So
He just goes straight to the point. All right. Well, like I said, congratulations tonight, and hopefully this momentum will carry you on over to next week's race at Indianapolis. Until then, you got some celebrating to do.
Thank you.
All right, Lucky Dog, go ahead and give the interview to J-Mac there.
All right, well, J-Mac, it's a great race you had all day, considering your illnesses, but just came up a little bit short. So, first question is just Wait, did you just push too much on your tires at that final part? What caused you to lose the lead there from Metallica?
I got on the gas a little too hard, and that kicked the rear out, and I got the wall, and that just caught me and slowed me down, and he was able to get alongside of me, and from there, he just had to run. And we went through that whole thing side by side, but then once you got to the hairpin, the guy on the inside is going to have the advantage. So I just made one little mistake there, trying to stay ahead of him and trying to push it. So, that's all that happened. And he capitalized on it.
Sure. That's a bummer for sure. And I was also told that you had you're a little under the weather by the sounds of it, and you did a great job with that the whole race. You led a lot of laps. And did that hamper you at all during the race? Did you feel like you could have gone quicker if you were at 100%?
Honestly, when I won the pole, which I was not expecting, that really kind of perked me up a lot. Like, I felt like death before the race started, and when I somehow managed to pull that off, that kind of lifted my spirits a little bit. And then once we got racing, I could kind of forget about it, and kind of talking once I got kind of talking and joking a little bit in the Discord, and we got a few laps in, I wasn't really thinking about it, which is what I was hoping would happen. I would kind of push it out of my mind, so it didn't really hamper me any. I just got beat.
All right. It's great to hear you're feeling better. Hope you do feel better. I've been in that situation many times, and yeah, I hate it. But anyway, I'll repeat the same question Frozen asked. What are your thoughts on IndyGP? I personally love the circuit. You think you're going to be strong there?
Well, I thought I'd be terrible here, and here I am disappointed with the second place finish. So, I don't know what next week is gonna hold. I have not been very fast there in lobbies, but I don't know. We'll see. Got a week to learn the track, I guess. So maybe I can pull another rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, you did a great job out there today. You should be very proud of the second place. I know it's a bummer you lost it, but did a great job all week long.
Absolutely. Huge, strong run
Thank you.
tonight.
Thank you.
Right.
Yep.
Let's
Congrats
bring it
to
on
Metallica
over.
again.
I know, so crazy. And like you said, you bringing home the win at an oval last week and him here tonight, just really cool to see. So congrats on the second place there, J-Mac. I know it's not the first, and you did have a really strong race the entire time, but second, definitely a great job.
Thank you.
All right, BDF. I know you've had kind of a tough season so far, but you brought home a podium finish tonight in third. Once again, I'm going to say it, a great job. But I got to ask you, you got in the incident with Metallica. How did you find your way up through the field once again? Just doing a great job making your way up through the field.
Oh, that was an interesting 39 laps, to say the least. In fact, the past few weeks have been kind of rough because school's been all over the place, and then we had no AC for like a week. And if you live in North Carolina in the middle of August, you know it's gonna burn. And then I lagged out at Mugello, and then a lack of communication and a lack of awareness caused me to lose Homestead. And this race, I was hoping for a little better, and I think it worked out. Qualifying kind of sucked because I hit a tire down the backstretch, and I lost the pole to J-Mac by like 200ths. So I don't want to be Mr. Excuses here, but maybe if someone didn't smack that wall, there would have been a chance for a pole.
Excuses.
Mm-hmm. And then, for your question, because I haven't answered that yet, we were like a third of the way through the race. I won't really blame Metallica for that one because I was trying to be conservative, not run J-Mac over, but at the same time not hold up Metallica to the point that we end up wrecking. And then going through that turn, he went kind of low. He went pretty far down. I won't blame him for that because it was such a quick move. It all happened so fast. There's no way to do anything about it.
Right.
And I really wasn't expecting it. Got the contact, thought I could save it, but it just looped around on me. And luckily, I'd only lost one spot, but what really killed me was the caution. for all the cautions because
Right.
I know everyone's like, what the frick is he doing staying out on like 15 lap old tires? Well, I kind of knew I wasn't going to be able to make it to the end if I had pit there, so I was thinking I'm pitting once anyway, so whatever. But what kind of hurt me there was cautions just kept coming out, and then at that point I was like, if I came in with everyone else, I would be good on fuel, I'd be good on tires, I wouldn't have a problem. So it kind of sucks. Track position, just like last season, was pretty important, but luckily I was able to drive through the field, capitalize on a few errors. Unfortunately, I raced a few people a little rough, pinched them to the flowers a few times, including my teammate. But
I saw that.
yeah, I'm happy with the third. And coming down to the end, I saw Metallica and J-Max fighting, and I was like, if I couldn't pass one of them in 15 laps, there's no way I'm going to pass two of them in 3. So congrats to Metallica on his win. I called it in my preseason predictions. He's going to win Long Beach. And J-Mac had a good run too.
Absolutely.
Especially since he was sick, led almost every single lap, and fortunately caught him in the end. He said he was the Larson and Darlington during the race, and fortunately it played out that way at the end.
That came to fruition, didn't it? Jeez.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it was a blast watching you guys those final 5 laps. Just insane. I know that late caution came out, but man, you guys were fighting for everything you could get, and it was just a blast watching you guys. So congratulations, BDF. I gotta know, how do you feel about next week?
Well, next week is the Indy Grand Prix circuit, and I need to work for that one because Long Beach is a track that's mentally draining. It can wear you out, and Indianapolis Grand Prix is also the same. Plus, there's a lot more of a temptation to cut corners there. So I gotta be a good Bruno out there. I think looking at the points, I'm 28 behind the points leader, so my work is gonna need to be cut out for me to do the best I can, hopefully close back up, and hope the Indy Oval doesn't go like last season, and then I can look at Road America and assess. But this has gotta be a race. Hopefully I can do well. Hopefully nothing goes bad, but overall I think I'm semi-prepared.
Well, let's hope so, and we'll find out next week around 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you guys join us for the Indy Grand Prix. Should be a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed the race tonight. I want to give a shout out to Lucky over here for joining me in the booth tonight. You did a great job with me putting you on the spot. It was a lot of fun with you.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's awesome. I love doing this.
Of course. And I do want to give a huge thank you to Speedmaster who sent a cheer out there. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. But that's all we have tonight. Great race. I hope you guys caught the finish of that because it was pretty intense. It was very intense. And tomorrow we should be on NASCAR. I do believe we're switching it up. It's going to be a week of NASCAR since the game is new out there. So I hope you join us 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, again, I want to wish all you guys just to stay safe out there. I know that hurricane is coming, so just stay safe, and we're all thinking about you. But that's all we have for tonight, so we'll talk to you guys later.